I, of course, welcome any comments and questions that are come with this. Okay, so the 17th, I read The Art of Jewish Living, a project featuration. Oh, is it one of these? Jewish art. Okay. Jewish men's clubs and the University of Judea. Okay. Hanukkah, second edition. Okay. Oh, okay. I should have finished reading the title. It's the one of the books between two of the coffee table books. So I through XXX and 1 through 58. I listened to Bikthal Quran, Surah 4. Of course, that's with the English. English and is the translation, the Bikthal, but Arabic, of course, is said too. I watched The Great World Religions, Judaism, 9 through 12. And I painted the Enochian, I can't quite read that, but one of the elemental tablets. Sleep CD, Adolgani, Surah 53. And maybe I listened to Isaiah, a reading of Isaiah in Hebrew, not Hebrew, Aramaic. So on the 18th of February, Enochian Key 3, call number 3 is a more proper way to say it, but 8:51 to 9:52 a.m. And the second call, 10:28 to 10:49 a.m. and 10:31 to 11:12 a.m. 10:51 to... So program 1 through 4 of the Great World Religions, Judaism. I listened to Bikthal Quran, Surah 5, and Fahim al-Quran, part 4 through 30. Of 30. I read to the end of Surah 30, the N.J. Dawood translation, of course, with the Arabic. And on the next day, the 19th, I read pages 59 through 130 of the Hanukkah, the Family Guide, Spiritual Celebration by Dr. Ron Wolfson. I watched 5 through 8 of the Great World Religions, Judaism. Fertility was a symbolism of orange, reminding you with all this stuff going on, maybe you might want to get some orange juice. Frozen orange juice cans in particular, before, perhaps the damage for the hurricane will affect the price of oranges. And I listened to Bikthal Quran Surah 6 and Fahim Quran Surah 28, part 4 through 30. Maybe I listened to part 3 too the day before. And on the Saturday, it was Bikthal Quran Surah 7 and 8, and 9 through 12, the end credits in the biography of the Great World Religions Judaism series. I read page 131 to 197 of that Hanukkah book. Sleeps the Adolgani Surah 68. Citrus, Scent Offering, representing can't even tell what that says. And the chant 676 times Cerebrum. Oh, cerebium. Cyphrium. Theholium. Love. Oh, Yov. Huh. That sounds like something in Aramaic. Okay, so here is an outline of some looking at some cards. And so in the East, you could say personal conflict. In the Southeast, material. In the South, then you could, okay, maybe that's not quite the order, but okay. So East, circle back around to East again, evenly into 12. I didn't quite do that, but so personal conflict, then material, then message, then father, then romance, then work, then commitment, then change, then desire, then mother, then associates, then destiny, and I guess the 13th card you lay down would be something that you put in the context of yourself. And if anybody's going to die for our sins, it's of course going to be ourselves. Maybe I should start this sequence here of the Deccan symbolism in terms of where we are at now. So, 9 of discs. So let's start with the disc. Sun in Leo. 10 of disc, Mercury in Leo. 2 of disc. Venus in Leo. 2 of disc is Mercury in Leo. And then we have wands. So 3 of wands is Moon in Virgo. 4 of wands is Saturn in Virgo. 5 of wands is Jupiter in Virgo. And then we have cups. So 6 of cups is Mars in Libra. 7 of cups is Sun in Libra. 8 of cups is Venus in Libra. And then we have swords. 9 of swords is Mercury in Scorpio. 10 of swords is Moon in Scorpio. 2 of swords is Saturn in Scorpio. And then we have discs. 3 of discs is Jupiter in Sagittarius. 4 of discs is Mars in Sagittarius. 5 of discs is Sun in Sagittarius. And then we have wands. 6 of wands is Venus in Capricorn. 7 of wands is Mercury in Capricorn. 8 of wands is Moon in Capricorn. And then we have cups. 9 of cups is Saturn in Aquarius. 10 of Cups is Jupiter in Aquarius. 2 of Cups is Mars in Aquarius. And using this system around 7, I have rearranged it to double up because you have, 7 times. You're left one over. So where do you double up? Some would say the 10 and the 2 would be where you double up. Some would say the 2 and the 3 there. And I would say you double up with using the Mercury. But so anyways, this is not an example of that. So the 2 of Cups is Mars in Aquarius. So there's different decks, but I say we should be double up the 10 and then the 2 to fully illustrate the age of Aquarius. But the 3 of Swords is Mars in Pisces. The 4 of Swords is Sun in Pisces. The 5 of Swords is Venus in Pisces. The 6 of Discs is Mercury in Aries. The Moon in Aries is the 7 of Discs. The 8 of Disc is Saturn in Aries. And then we have Wands. The 9 of Wands is Jupiter in Taurus. The 10 of Wands is Mars in Taurus. The 2 of Wands is Sun in Taurus. And then we have the Cups. The 3 of Cups is Venus in Gemini. The 4 of Cups is Mercury in Gemini. The 5 of Cups is Moon in Gemini. And then we have Swords. The 6 of Swords is Saturn in Cancer. The 7 of Swords is Jupiter in Cancer. The 8 of Swords is Mars in Cancer. And then I think I started with Leo, so, Sun and... But I would say we double up here. The end of the biblical year and some other systems of years with the 10 and then the 2 in Aquarius, because it is the age of Aquarius, and it's not simple enough to understand. So February 21st, I watched The Great World Religions, Judaism 1 through 4, Prophecy of Israel, Lost Worlds, Pagans. Now, I don't like to think of pagan as like a religious classification because it is apparent that all monotheists are called pagan by the Catholic Church. And so are all polytheists, but and non-Christians, but all monotheists until 1967 were called pagan or heathen on an official basis. So I don't think it appropriate to use it as a classification for a religious term. But anyways, I went to the Shedaliah Dhikr, where Hizbul Bahar was read, which was a unusual thing. So, I mean, it's more usual in more devout, more active communities, but, because it is a daily practice. Hizbul Dar, as I think it's called for Fridays. In the few moments, I saw fire upon the water that was everywhere. Citrus aurantium, orange, meaning happiness. So I read Passover edition something, 1 through 90. And I can't see what I listened to, but anyway, so on the next day, read through the end of Surah 31 of the N.J. Dawood translation. Orange was a scent offering representing love. I watched the Great World Religions, Judaism, 5 through 8. The next day, the 23rd, it was end credits and the biography. And Friends was the symbolism of mint. So I read through page 91 through I went 91 through 194 of that book on Passover. And on the 24th, Alim Sepis, steam offering to stop gossip. So as you can tell, I am making symbolic offerings when I cook. Sometimes it's incense, or sometimes I see, can't eat this, or I'll burn this, or, this will make a nice, something. So on the 24th, 195 to 287. That's a lot. 6:48 to 7:11 p.m. Enochian Key 19, Author 11. And I meditate with that on Thursday, 9:47 to 10:40 a.m., 2:15 to 2:27 p.m. And, when something becomes daily, it kind of stops being mentioned in the thing, so, but I still like to keep a record. If I watch something 10 days in a row, I'm not going to, I'm not going to just say, okay, well, I've watched it once. But if I start listening to something and then I start listening, leave it for other days to finish, like it's a program that takes like 130 hours. I only been listening the ISKCON programs. Do I need to list out every single program? I'll just list out that I've listened to the thing, and maybe as much as a month later, I'll say something. Sleep CD on Al-Dogani, Surah 23. I listened to Fahim al-Quran, Jews 28, Part 4 through Jews 30. On the 25th of February, 5 through 8, the Great World Religions, Judaism. So I watched those programs. I discussed something with the next door neighbor, perhaps my vision of the Sufi group of the Fire on Water, and read through the end of Surah 32 in the N.J. Dawood translation. So there was some mint. I can't tell what the symbolism is. I read the end of Surah in the N.J. Dawood translation that Friday, I guess, Surah 33. Is that what I'm trying to say? Oh, no, I guess that's not what I'm trying to say. So the pages of the Passover, to 390, I'll just say 390. Enochian key, the 12th key, 419 to 5:03 p.m. Attributes and manners of the Prophet Muhammad. Lectures, Imam Abu Siri's poem and potluck at Masjid An-Nur, and that chant 3 days types of light beings. So I said that 1,716 times. Okay, okay, that's... And of course, my intention was not to invoke the light beings and that sort of thing. I watched program 9012, end credits in the biography, and had a discussion with the neighbor. I'm not sure quite what. So on that Saturday, the 27th, the 8th Enochian key, 4:18 to 5:30 p.m. There was an Aqiqah for Hassan ibn al-Musayqiyah at Masjid an-Nur, and watched program 1 through 4 of the Great World Religions, Judaism. There was an Edge Eclipse Scent offering. I got, N.J. Dawood, translation of the Quran, Surah 33, I finished. And the next day, it was 34. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so it must have been a full moon, right? So, on the 28th, I watched the Great World Religions, Judaism 5 through 8. Ghost Encounters, Ghostly Muses, and Ghost of Ages. There was a Jumata Tabligh program that I attended, the teaching and learning. And this was I went to the early afternoon prayer and left after the late afternoon prayer. 6 qualities of the companions. Probably before. The etiquettes of visiting. Sleep City on Ad-Ghani, Surah 24. Read Al-Quran, N.J. Dawood translation through the end of Surah 34. And the next day it was through the end of Surah 35. And Enochian Key 19, Author 15. 10:30 to 11:55 a.m. And I listened to the Fahim al-Quran, Jews 28, Part 4 through Jews 30. There were there were 3 or 4 parts to every Jews as far as files. And so there was a grapefruit scent offering representing love. And I watched The Message of Myth. And I watched the end credits and biography in program 9 through 12 of the Great World Religions, Judaism. Sleep CD, Ad-Ghani, Surah 44. So The Power of Myth, The Message of Myth, that's a Joseph Campbell program from the 80s that I was, I actually saw when it was originally on. I don't know if I saw the first time through, but I definitely saw it on PBS in the 80s. Although I did stay Christian. And so on the 2nd of March, we have Enochian Key 19, Author 16. 1:40 to 2:15 p.m. Orange Scent Offering. Material Objects. I watched The Great World Religions, Judaism, taught by Isaiah Gaffney, and that would have been program 1 through 4, and 5 through 8 the next day, right? So on the 3rd, I also watched, I read Scrolls from the Dead Sea, page 1 through 50, Enochian Key 6, 147 through 6:47 to 7:03 p.m. was the meditation. A cinnamon scent offering representing inspiration. I watched the first storytellers, The Power of Myth, The Great World Religions 5 through 8, yes, and 9 through 12 on the 4th. Then credits and biography of the Great World Religions, Judaism. A History of God. Karen Armstrong, was she the one? I'm not sure if I read the book in full. I've picked up the book. I don't remember. I remember watching the program repeatedly. I read through the end of Surah 36 in the N.J. Dawood translation. An orange scent offering representing money. And on the 5th, I watched Strange Rituals, Sudden Death, page 51 through 100, read that, and 1 through 4 of the Great World Religions Judaism program. And on the 6th of March, it was 5 through 8. And the sleep CD on... Oh, Yuv. Yuv is like a Enochian word for angel, isn't it? So maybe it was an Enochian chant that I was saying. Anyways, the sleep CD on Surah 99 of the Abdul Ghani recitation. The Pickthall Quran, listen to that, Surah 4th or 6th. No, that's not right. Al-Faham al-Quran 28, part 4 through 30, and Pickthall Quran, what's the next one on the list? Well, we'll find out in the next video that it's not, I didn't skip over. So cinnamon scent offering, I don't see what that is. There's an exhibition of scrolls and archaeological artifacts from the collections of the Antiquities of Authority, and I read that through page 143. And Enochian Key 19, Author 19. Interestingly enough, that division is rendered as Pope, 7:13 to 7:36 p.m. And I guess that is going to be it for now. But I do intend to share completely through this and another one before switching over next month to sharing a couple rounds of tarot programs. Again, it's something that I put meaning into, and I work symbolically. Not that I think that that the order of the cards tells me the future or something like that. It's a psychological tool. It's a randomizing of a symbolic layout. So let's not think that I mean soothsaying or something like that.